Siamo a Miami.
Today, we are at Miami Beach, and I'm going to show you why this is the best place to sail.
Alla nostra dritta i grandi e famosi alberghi di Miami, la spiaggia.
On the right here, you can see the famous Miami hotels, Miami Beach, and just beyond there are those fabulous waves. Here though, we're on the safe intercoastal waterway, a channel that crosses the whole of Florida, goes up through South Carolina on its way to New York.
Qui si può navigare per 365 giorni all'anno. Certamente.
You can sail here all year round, thanks to the lovely climate, but also because of the terrain. When the sea is choppy, there are always the lagoons, and the inner waterways are always calm.
Per il nostro viaggio di oggi,
for our journey today, I have chosen the Azimut 54 Fly. One of the strengths of this boat is the fact that it has 3 cabins and 2 bathrooms. All are so welcoming. Of course, the captain's quarters have the most important space in the centre of the boat, and there is easy access to the space under the mattress. With these windows, the suite can be used around the clock and gives you just a taste of what an exclusive and privileged space this is. Guests can stay in the cabin at the bow or the double, which is on the right of the boat. You can't always go fast. Sometimes you need to wait for a bridge to open. But a pause like that in a boat like this becomes an opportunity to relax. If you were in a boat, it would be punishment. The living area is divided into 2, a lounging area and an eating area that hosts up to 6 people. The fact that the furnishings are so versatile means more comfort. The central table insert can be taken out, and the captain's seat back moves electrically. The 54 is an evolved version of the 53, which was already a brilliant model, but they wanted to make it even better. The basic characteristics are still there, like the hull and the propulsion system, but they've changed the look, the furnishings, and they've made it a little longer. It's a more sporty version with a roll bar that has mirrored inserts and Azimut's new generation of panoramic windows. The Flybridge is a 14-metre terrace. Seems small. Don't compare it to meterage in a house. Remember, you can enjoy a different view every day from this terrace. On the upper bridge, you can sunbathe, but there is also a sunshade. And of course, there is another sun deck at the back. In restricted spaces or small ports, you can appreciate the easy docking system with its joystick manoeuvring that has been developed by Azimut. The boat is kept stable even when it's going slowly by a gyroscope system.
The
Americans usually choose boats to go fishing, or comfortable yachts like this, so they can spend the weekends with family and friends, eating on board, sleeping overnight and cruising happily on the tranquil inner waterways. Maybe wandering out to the ocean side occasionally. The Azimut 54 wouldn't be a truly great boat if it didn't have such a great kitchen full of appliances and equipped for a good number of guests. The hob is specifically designed to be used on board. This boat has a stowage area of 6,500 litres, which is phenomenal for a 17-metre boat, and there's a cabin for the commander at the stern. The cockpit has a sofa and a table. And there's a gangplank that can take a dinghy up to 500 kilos. If you have the pleasure of mooring horizontally, you can use the side door. They've opened the swing bridge and stopped the road traffic. Now it's our turn. Look at the line of the boats. You need a little conviction to pass, a little gas, so the boat keeps to the route. There isn't much space to manoeuvre. In terms of engines, there's not that much choice, but there are excellent 730 horsepower turbo diesel common man R6s. They're in the stern of the hull to optimise the living space. But they've had to go for V-drive propulsion, and if they hadn't changed the hull, the Axis propeller would have been too inclined, which wouldn't have been brilliant. Instead, they created tunnels where the propellers rotate, which makes it more efficient.
Questa è una delle zone VIP di Miami Beach.
This is a VIP area in Miami Beach, little islands far removed from the confusion and traffic, destined for those who can allow themselves the luxury and a spare few $1 million to buy a house here. We're going to leave the intercoastal waterway for a bit and go into Biscayne Bay, down there in the heart of the downtown Miami skyscrapers. These murky waters tell us not just to be aware of the height and width of the bridge piers, but the draft of the boat. Sailing at 7 knots, the engines are at minimum. 600 revs per minute consumes 1.5 gallons an hour, just under 6 litres. It seems empty here, but it's not, and you need to follow directions, or you'll end up in some trouble. There are some locations that are just incredibly luxurious, like this island with its golf club and very private villas. To get the boat to plane, you need to accelerate a bit. You don't need to use the flaps. You'd only need to do that if you were going really fast. We're heading back to Miami now, crossing the Biscayne Bay, where we can find out what this boat is like at high speed. 11 knots, 1,500 revs, and we are starting to plane. And I'm thinking that the engines are more than powerful enough. At 21 knots, the engine's at 1,700 revs per minute, and we're using 70 litres an hour. We're cruising at 28 knots and 2,100 revs, but maximum is 33 knots and 2,350 revs a minute. It's a flying bridge, but the response to the command throttle and rudder is so reactive and stability is so good that it doesn't seem to be 4 meters above the water.
Il nostro viaggio di oggi termina nella base nautica di Marine Max.
Well, our journey for today has come to an end. Here in a boat owner's paradise, the Miami quarters of the world's #1 boat dealers, Marine Max.